Hello, and today we are going to create an app that is going to assist us to find our age. So we are going to use a we're going to do the user interface design, and then we do now the backend. How do we connect these two? So this app will just help us bring the idea of connecting the front end to the backend. So we'll create a new Android Studio project. So you will click on Start New Project, and then we'll just choose an empty activity. Then we'll go to Next. Then the name of our application. So we can call it Age App. So you can call it Age App. Then we'll click on Finish. So click on Finish, then wait for our project to load. Then we can begin the process. So once our app is ready, we can now go to our activity main.xml. So for the hello world, we'll not need it now. So the first thing is you're going to remove, then have a plain activity main.xml. So we'll remove that. We remove so we'll click on that, then we remove it. So we'll not have anything here. So this is going to be quite simple. The app is going to be quite a simple application for us. So what we'll want to do, we'll want you to enter maybe date, then you're going to be able to state you're going to be able to display the age. So you're going to drag and drop an edit text. So an edit text is just like a text view that will allow you to drag and drop the age. So we'll just come to our text, then we'll pick this. So you'll pick plain text, then you'll just come and drag, and you're going to drop it there. So we can just put it to the center. So to ensure that everything is okay, we constrain it to our sides. So I'll just use this to constrain the layout. So constrain that, and that. So we'll have that. So it will be a plain text where you're able to edit your name. So you can come, click on the edit text, then we can give it the name. You can say ET, then that's the ID, then you can say date of birth, DOB. And then now we can now come to the text. So we will not need the text because we don't want anything to be displayed there. So what we can place here is something called a hint, where it will tell you what to place on that text. It's like the placeholder that we were using when we were doing XML. So you can say enter your date of birth. So you'll have something like that. So we can expand this so that it's a bit bigger. Then we push it towards the center. So once we have that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place a small display here where it will display for us the age. So what we'll come and do, we'll just come and pick a text view. So let's pick a text view. We're going to place it there. Then we're going to constrain it. So we'll just use a layout here to constrain. So we'll constrain it. Great. Then now in the text view, we're just going to give it an ID. So we can say TV, then we'll say age. So you have TV age there. Then now we can increase the font. So we'll just click on the text view, so we can close that layout. So for the text, we can just remove that. We are also going to just place a hint there. So instead of the text having something displayed there, we can do a hint. Then we can say in the hint, you say age will be displayed here. So you say age will be displayed here. Then we can increase maybe the font. So we'll just click on this, then we can search for our font. So we can say our font size, our font family. You can say maybe you want monospace, and then now we can come and increase our size so that it's a bit bigger. So we can say text size. We can now come and say let it be 28 SP. So not 28 is quite big, so we can say 24. Sorry. So we have our age will be displayed there. Then lastly, in this app, we are going to place a button. So when you enter your date of birth and then you click the button, it goes and calculates your age. Isn't that amazing? So we come and go to our buttons, then we come and pick a button. So we can just drag, place our button there, and then the first thing is we click on our button. So we can just remove it there. So we have our button. So the first thing is to change the button ID. So we can call it BTN, then we'll say age. So our ID is BTN age. Then we can change the text of the button to submit. So the button will change to submit. Let's not forget to constrain it. So we'll just come here and ensure that it's constrained. So we constrain it to the sides and all. So it's fully constrained and it will not give you any errors. So you have your button there, and you can now move it to maybe a specific location you want it to be. So that's it. If you want some color, you can just give it, but as at now it's not necessary. So what now we want to be able to do, when you click the button, you need to age to be displayed here. So we want to see how now we can connect this to our backend and see now how each of them will assist us. So we can come now look through our code and see what the code has. So we have our edit text where it asks us to enter our date of birth. So we have that. Then we have our text view, which our age will be displayed there. And lastly, we have our small button. So that's it for the front end. So in the next video, we'll come now and check our back end and see how do we now click on this button and it works. It goes and calculates your age here. So now we are going to do that in our next video. Ensure that all your items are constrained if you're using the constraint layout, so that it doesn't give you any errors while running. So that was it for today, for the lecture. Then now we are going to see the back end in the next video. Cheers.